There's three ways to detect banded
Super
space.
quiet.
You can do it on radar, which we're not going to talk about in this particular block instruction. You can do it with threat warning system, and the other way is visually. First, the way we're going to talk about is threat warning system. You see Falcon here, a Falcon cockpit shot. It looks similar to the A model or the C model F-16. You've got now a bandit at 6 o'clock showing up on the threat warning system. So that's one of the ways you get him on threat warning. You might say, well, that's not a great way, but it's better than not detecting him at all and getting ambushed. Okay? So that you need him to detect him. The other way to do it is visually. Here we have a guy driving along, and we've got a bandit at deep 6 o'clock. So visually is the other way. Now, could you see this guy if he didn't have his radar on, looking from that shot? Probably not. But your wingman. That's why you have wingman.
Whoever's transmitting, can you stop?
A needle-nose target is a tough target to pick up at your 6 o'clock because there's just not much to see. But a wingman looking back will be able to see that vertical stabilizer and see some plan form. So the wingman might be calling you to turn. Okay. So visual's the other way.
So this next one I've got is from a fellow called Danger Man. Incidentally, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that Jello interviewed on the Fighter Pilot podcast.
This video is going to look at battle formation, how it's flown by Royal Air Force and Royal Navy fighter pilots, the British way. We'll also take a look at some tactical terms and learn some of the basics. First thing we're going to look at is battle formation. Battle formation you'll find referenced in the DCS manuals, mostly as combat spread. That's what the Americans call it. We call it battle formation. Essentially, you're flying line abreast to give each other a cross cover in a visual sense. In this instance, the leader is on the left and the wingman is on the right, flying more or less a constant distance apart. You'll see some of the factors later that will vary that distance. The aim is to cover your assigned arcs. Generally speaking, you spend most of your time looking in the green arcs. You do look around everywhere, but the green arcs are what you want to be looking at because the red arc there is your most vulnerable arc, so you certainly need to be checking that too. The wingman does exactly the same, and thus we have mutual cross cover throughout the mission. The view from the cockpit. Most of the time you need to be spending looking at your oppo, checking his 6 o'clock. Take the odd look out the front and all around the other sectors, just to make sure you're not going to go and crash into a mountain or something stupid like that. In this particular example, as we look to our right, you will see that the wingman is ever so slightly forward of where he should be. So he's obviously flying a slightly different speed. There are ways to correct it, and we'll look at those later. The distance between aircraft depends on a number of factors. Aircraft size, the weather, terrain, and whether we're ingressing or egressing to and from the target. We'll look at tactics in a different video and how that affects. In order to maintain our position in the formation and maintain that mutual cross cover while navigating at low level or indeed at medium level, we employ a series of conventions and a series of techniques to allow us to keep the battle formation during turns. In this instance, we have a route as you can see here, and our pilots have made a 90-degree right turn because that's what the route requires. Notice we're not quite on the route, it doesn't matter. The only 2 points that you need to be on the route are your IP and your target. Notice as well that we do not call these turns. Every wingman is a thinking wingman. Unlike you might find in other air forces, you leave the conversion units and the training units trained up to be a leader as well as a wingman. You anticipate the turns. There should be no radio calls on tactical turns at low level on a planned route unless the turn isn't being made where it's supposed to be made, or if you have to make a change due to weather or any other extraneous factor. Whilst engaged in flying your tactical route and maintaining your tactical formation, you'll refer to your track as track 12 and track 6. Nobody needs to refer to the heading or do any complicated maths. The waypoint is ahead of you. You're flying in a battle pair. Straight ahead is track 12, behind you is track 6. To the right is track 3, to the left is track 9. This becomes important when we look at evasion techniques and we want to maintain formation integrity. In this instance, we're going to try and maintain formation integrity because we have to avoid some weather. The big red splodge you see on the track straight ahead of us at track 12. We could do an in-place turn which would take us out of battle position as we see here. Alternatively, we could use what we call a double assisted turn, which will maintain the battle integrity. In this instance, the formation leader is calling a 30 starboard. It should come as no surprise to the wingman. It's a double assisted turn. You'll find the details in the SOP document, and we'll also do another video later to show you how a double assisted turn works. But you notice we maintain the formation integrity. We'll now take a look at some of the basic maneuvers to maintain the battle formation. In this instance, the formation that we're flying is called Chivana battle. It's an old school British method. You'll notice there's a third person here. He's latched onto the leader's wing on the right hand aircraft. This is the rotate. Number 2 avoids. He's now just turning into the southerly man. This is essential on a rotate and a shackle and a turnabout. The number 2 must avoid high or behind or both. Make these turns at between 3 and 4G. In the rotate, one method of adapting the geometry of the turn is for both of you to turn slightly inwards afterwards to regain the ideal battle formation before rolling out on track 6. The next maneuver we're going to look at is the shackle. The shackle is a method of swapping sides. Before we look at the shackle though, we're just going to talk a little bit about the Chivana battle I briefly described. The reason we have it in this instance, we have a third man on this formation. It's a way of keeping him within the formation. There are other methods, and we'll go on to those in advanced formations later. Turn towards each other, 45-degree angle, number 2 avoids, reverse, look over your shoulder, back into battle. That's a couple of the basics. Now let's look at the simplest of all the turns, 90. In this case, a 90 port. The outside man initiates the turn, and this time the convention is different. The outside man avoids, regardless of whether he's number 1 or number 2 in the formation. And you can see after the 90-degree turn, there we are back in battle. We'll take a quick introduction now into double assisted turns. In this case, the 30 that we've already seen before. These are called double assisted turns. There was no assistance in a 90, we just did a 90-degree turn, a delayed turn. A double assisted turn means that both aircraft will assist the turn. The turn is going to be to the right. The outside man is the southerly man as we see at this point because we're going to the right. His responsibility is avoidance. Regardless of whether he's the formation leader or the number 2, he will avoid. He will turn towards the right and overturn past the 30-degree mark. The inside man will turn towards by approximately 25 to 30 degrees. They'll look over their shoulder, engineer a 90 crossover, and reverse their turn. As a result, they'll roll out in battle. Let's now look at some concepts for targets. Generally speaking, you will have planned a target.
Oh, that's the end of the formation stuff, and now he's talking about dropping bombs. But just one last thing I wanted to have a look at, because he didn't go into what you do when you stuff up. So I think Danger Man's perspective is very much one from being a tornado pilot flying low-level strike. In the more general case, Wing typically flies with a step up over lead and having some extra altitude. And having that altitude means you can spend it to speed up if you need to recapture that line abreast formation. So this is the T6 primary formation training manual from the Navy publications, and I've just gone to the section here about position corrections. It talks about bearing line being the number 1 thing that you're trying to maintain. So that sort of implies you can sacrifice your beam distance and your altitude in order to maintain that bearing line. So I guess another way of putting it is if you need to cut a corner as wing, or if you need to trade some of your altitude so you can catch up, that's cool. You can just put it in the bank later when things sort themselves out. Just this paragraph here. Bearing line's the most important and most difficult deviation to fix. We're not beam lead. Wing's got to alter his downrange travel with respect to lead. Downrange travel can be altered by simply speeding up or slowing down, but that requires liberal use of the throttle and speed brake, which wastes fuel. The preferred option is to trade altitude and vary flight path geometry. Specifically, if having to decrease your downrange travel, stepping up and executing some dog legs to shorten relative distance traveled can slow you down faster than just using one or the other. So yeah, ideally if you can avoid the throttle and the speed brake, you can save your gas. That's it, guys.
So that, Russell climate traffic, point of Rhino, taxiing with one of Woody, Paddy, Arch to runway 16, Russell climate.
Where's Colt 2 at?
I'm Colt 2.
Crap, I can't remember who I am.
Get back into this game.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just find a flight and make up a name.
So I got Rhino on my left, yeah?
Yeah, mate, that's right.
So do you want to be second element lead? So
yeah,
be on
you can do that if you like.
no, you'll be on 6. Check in channel 6. So Arch, do you want to go, you're up here with us, eh?
Yeah, I'm in position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so who we got behind Rhino? The
Is Rhino lead on the right?
No, that's me.
Okay. I'll just nudge up on the left a bit. Who's left of you, Woody?
Rhino.
Okay, I'm behind Rhino.
Okay, so you wing with Rhino.
Roger.
And who have I got behind me?
I think that should be Paddy, mate. Paddy, are you there?
Yeah, mate, sorry, my kid just came home. Yeah, am I with you, Woody?
Yeah, do you want to wing with me?
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, so we're attacking channel 6-9, and the other guys are 6.
Nice.
Arch and Rhino, channel 6.
Just got my canopy open so folks can see us.
Roger.
So Noisy, these
Channel
first
5,
turn
leave enough room
through
on the right-hand side for
waypoint 1.
Noisy to get into the lead.
Will that be wing initiated?
Moving up now.
The outside fellow needs to start it. It's a 90-degree turn, so the outside element,
Or
the outside
cut
section.
on the inside.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so it's always the southernmost in respect to the formation, or the lowest, I guess, element that initiates the turn, cuts behind the lead element.
The outside of the turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So Noisy, that's you with the canopy up, right?
Hey, fam.
Roger, I am on your left-hand
That's going
side.
to be interesting.
Number
There's
2.
going to be a lot of swapping back and forwards. Cool.
Gotcha. I'll have you as number 3, Yoda, so you're the
That one.
second element leader. Sloop, are you there? Can you be number 2 on my...
I'm not getting range off my
Yeah, mate.
TACAN. You got your TACAN set up there, Rudy?
Arch, sorry, Ash, are you on this channel?
Do you get a range to me?
I'm not getting anything.
Okay. I'd suggest then Ash is
No,
not on
getting nothing.
SRS yet.
Yeah.
Go AA for E to S, if that helps. Yeah, I've got you
Is
now.
Ash with us? As I understand it, we're a 3 ship.
Just hit AA.
Right, let's
okay.
go then.
I've got a
Okay, 5
distance of
formation, check
0.0.
in. 1.
Mine's
Two.
still just
3.
watching. Unless it's because you're so close so they can't find a direction.
Resel traffic, 5 formation, rolling 16, Resel.
70, yeah? MTX?
Yeah.
Copy, Channel 4.
Rudy and Jackal, you guys on channel 4 comms?
So we're all set. We just need to get in position.
Who's rolling?
Resel traffic, Cop 2, entering runway 16, backtracking. Resel.
Nice.
It's a bit,
Run the
it's a bit
right spot
debris
there.
on the runway.
Resel traffic, 5 formation, departed upwind 16, climbing through 1000 grass.
Ash, I'm the one with the flares. Oh, hang on.
Oh no, fucking my controls freeze.
Roger.
Pardon me.
I crashed. Awesomely.
Somebody just crashed up there.
I'm going to go out to the outside of the turnaround so you guys can come around and overtake me.
One's blind. Sleep Yoda, have you got a visual?
Copy. Oh, copy.
You guys can just maintain a close cruise formation until we get set up on this first leg, and then we'll go tactical.
Copy.
Roger.
Be careful of that wreckage.
Yeah. I'll go left, you go right.
We're past the wreckage.
Eyes on everyone.
Through and close.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Alright, Yoda, if you want to push out to tactical, Sleep, stick with us.
Copy.
Rousel traffic, Colt 2 flight, rolling runway 16, Rousel. Try and catch up.
Don't like the way the visuals are so deceptive.
Alright, Yoda, we'll do a attack right, so if you start the turn, and I'll turn as you turn to fight us. Let's go slow. Roger. Nice one, Yoda. Form on your left, good.
Which side do you want me, Badger?
Yoda, can you confirm TACAN 74? I'm not getting any range.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting anything either.
Try 75.
Wait.
Done. Oh.
Oh no,
Done.
my bad, I forgot to put air to air on. Maybe try 74 again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
1.2.
showing a half mile. That must be the sleep behind me.
Nice waypoints, Noisy.
Yeah, probably is. 1.2 is probably a little bit far out, just because it's hard to see this far at the resolution of DCS. I'd stick it between sort of 0.5 and 0.8, I reckon.
0.5, copy.
Roger, yeah.
Say smash lead.
So you go.
You did about 350, noisy? Yeah, about 350, so it should be keeping a bit more stable. That's right.
Right.
What?
Copy. Are we turning at the same time and you're just pulling onto our right? Is that...
It's harder than it looks. .5 would be 350.
I might call us on Yoda, I'll just be watching.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it was.
That was cool.
I'll be immune. I can just walk around in my undies.
Yeah, just slow it up a bit.
You do that anyway, don't you?
Living the dream, man.
That's the beauty of working at home. Every day's no pants.
Yeah, sorry about that, Yoda. Unfortunately,
Living my dream.
it's up to you to pave over all of my mistakes, keeping the speed.
If only if it was appropriate at work,
But if
eh?
you do find yourself with a bit of excess energy, you might as well get a bit of a step up so you can spend it next time you need it.
Yeah, roger.
Karen from HR might have a problem with that, mate.
Well, I used to work for HR, so I think
She's
I
a
could sweet talk my way into it.
What, Karen? Gross.
Karen's,
That's
yeah,
how you get an HR, bloody disciplinary action against you.
Karen's a bitch.
Karen loves it up the bum.
Does she? Oh, got a number?
My mum's name's Karen.
Oh, Arch, we got a bloody deputy for you.
You're welcome to it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, nice Yoda.
No joy, can't see you.
You're 9 o'clock low.
Copy. We're a bit close though, aren't we?
Yeah, you want to push back into spread.
Am I correct there?
No, I lost him. Yeah.
Flyby of the oil tanker, of the oil rig.
It's coming right. Just try and tidy it with using the turn.
Can you go under it?
Yeah, we're going to cross over?
You can.
Yeah.
Inverted.
What are your special skills, isn't it, Art?
That's right. If it was a Huey, if I was in a Huey, I'd definitely do it.
Yeah, you going back there, Sloop? Lagged a bit on that last turn, but catching up. No worries. I thought you were still the outside lag, not computer lag. Oh yeah, no, it's all good.
Roger.
Colt 1 is course complete.
Heading back to waypoint 1, 0.
Kyle 1, you went below the hard deck. That's against regulations.
No wonder he's still only a captain at this stage of his career.
Is that coming out or is that postponed as well?
I'm not sure. Certainly won't be sitting in a cinema with 100 other people, I wouldn't think.
No, especially if they're all like you bastards.
Still got a couple of months. It's supposed to come out mid-year, right? So,
Yeah, I thought it was a June release.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the summer release up over there, so still a little while.
What do you got?
So do we cross over with these 45s?
Roger.
We don't, do we?
No, we do.
Okay. And it's the outside person, right?
Yep. That's it, our route. So far, so good. So yeah, when you're on the inside for these turns, it's a little counterintuitive, but you want to turn towards me to start it being on the inside. I'll start on the outside. But
Copy.
Yeah, you got it.
So the rest of the flight has to complete the course and we try and shoot them down? Is that how it works?
No, we're going to fly back and get our medals, man.
Oh, true, bro. Get a special scout badge for this one.
Yeah.
Got to go to the gym and get a chest to pin it on.
There we go and see Archer's mum, see if she can sew it on for me.
No, it's a pin medal. You just put it on your forehead and mash it in with a fist. It's got foreplay.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad week course, eh?
That's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's good exercise, that.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking cats.
Did you request feline support?
Who's still at work here?
Me. I'm doing overtime.
Heaps of people.
Yeah, about 50-50, mate. Work from home and go out when I have to.
Yeah, right.
We're finding out why teachers earn their money.
Fast.
Looks good.
We're cutting the corner, are we? Is that what we're doing?
Well, you keep the distance really well. I struggle with that.
I thought they went alright. Alright, go close formation.
Close formation, copy.
Close formation, complete the exercise, returning to Razelle. Razelle, come on, traffic, code 1, leading miles to the southwest, inbound, Orland. Razelle, come on, traffic.
Roger.
Been a long time since I've flown with Trip IR. Takes a bit of getting used to again. Just don't have that.
When you use auto throttle in cruise mode, does it bug a Mach number or does it bug an airspeed?
Good question. I think it's a Mach number, or it feels like a Mach number at altitude.
Just can't seem to get close enough. Not close as I normally do.
Yeah, I reckon it's Mach because my indicated airspeed keeps going up as I'm descending on auto throttle, but Mach stays the same.
Razelle, common traffic, code 1 for ship Hornets, 8 miles to the south. Prepare for overhead brake and full stop. Razelle, common traffic. Alright, should we try this complete route reversal? Wrong channel.
Sleep, where are you?
You're 8 o'clock.
Copy.
Close out traffic, 5 flight, 35 miles to the southwest, 8,000 inbound, Raz. I'll just form on you, Yodia.
Copy.
I've got a good visual on you. Gonna roll 120. Cold 1-1, please. Still going traffic. Colt 2's finished the exercise plus a couple of extra bits. We're returning to Razal now.
Oh. Shit.
Well, that didn't work. I don't know why. Oh, because probably looking the wrong way. 'Cause keep them on the horizon, keep them on the horizon, keep them on the horizon.
I'll set the AP and I'll set the speed to 420.
A bit low, get up, keep on the horizon. Just don't crash into it, really. Oh, you're all over the place, Yoda.
Rosal traffic, flight, 7 mile initial 16, Rosal.
Don't you love it when you land at the wrong airport?
Far from ideal.
Dissipate.
One.
Two.
Nice overhead, guys.
3. Rosal traffic, 5-1, turning base 16, Rosal.
Oh, you want to tighten up our parking, yeah?
Land long, guys. There's a bit of debris at the threshold from takeoff earlier. Roger.
Copy. What's our traffic? Yoda, left base, 16, final, 4 stop.
Yeah, and sloop.
Yes,
Oh, you look good, but if you want to come forward half a foot, you'd be right.
let's roll through
You can
the
see
end, guys.
everybody's
We'll
canopy
backtrack.
lined up. Looks real good.
Copy. Through the end, backtrack.
So just give me a second.
We're breaking.
Is everyone landed?
No.
Oh, I Peaceful, I'm gonna fucking come in like a hurricane.
Where is he? Let's drop.
Rise out traffic, fly formation back if you to the zone.
Let's put our canopies up, boys, and enjoy the view.
Good call.
Yeah, it was really good actually. It was really enjoyable. Difficult. A bit more practice required, but bloody good fun.
I'll be ramping it up in the coming weeks. Don't you worry about that.
I reckon you did bloody good, Yoda.
Yeah, no, it was really good. But,
We're all going to assemble back here for a debrief.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, Colt's on its way. Colt 2's on its way back now.
Whew. Who was that smart ass?
It was a pretty good pilot. Oh no, it wasn't Arch.
It's only one of them.
It was a pretty good pilot.
Don't
Is
worry,
the runway
well and truly on the leash.
Is runway clear?
Yep. Just
Flight
exiting
flight,
now.
Clear the runway.
Clear.
Ash might be coming in again. Yeah, hold on to your hats.
I know, I'm gonna land real fast.
Oh, there he is.
Excuse me.
Rise out traffic, Colt 2 flight 5 mile initial for runway 17, rise out.
Get off-road, eh?
Yep, I did.
Well, I'm stuck on a bush.
It'll be the first time that's ever happened.
That's scary.
That's a real good way to get sick.
Yoda's just going to break formation and pull out. Someone else can take number 2 on left.
Yeah, no worries, Yoda.
Yeah, my current boss was on the plane actually.
What was he doing?
Same thing, same job as me. He was just strapped in down the back. Because
Yeah, right.
to him, like, not everyone's got a window, right? So, you know,
Yeah.
most of the people just thought it was like a normal flyby, and then the captain said prepare to ditch, so I went and sat down, and
Shit.
yeah, he reckons he didn't even really understand that they had ditched until he saw water coming up through the floorboards.
Jeez.
So they got the plane down okay, obviously, and
Yeah, like I said, the ditch was fine. There was nothing wrong with the actual ditch of the aircraft. Like,
Good formation,
it was,
right?
you know, textbook. It was just the fact that one of the ditching stations was in the wrong spot, and coupled with the fact that, you know, the propeller blade angle was so coarse because of all the power.
so is the pilot still flying, or like technically it's a pilot error, isn't it? So,
Interestingly, he was a Canadian exchange guy, so he wasn't even Australian, and he ended up running the flight sim in Adelaide for the P3.